You're not under arrest. You know that, right?
Of course I know that. But the ambience in this room is just so tense and it's hard not to panic. Isn't that the point of this room?
Correct. The aim is to make you feel uncomfortable. Hopefully to get you to the point where you tell us what we don't already know.
I have told you everything already.
Except how the poison got into the tea.
I didn't poison my boss. Why would I?
That's the question. Why? Tell me that story one more time. This time, tell it with great detailing.
You know I wasn't the last person that saw him alive, right?
I know.
Maybe you should ask them for a detailed story of what exactly happened.
But you're closer to him than anyone else, including his wife, given that he spent more time at work than at home.
Excuse me, what's that supposed to mean?
Like I said, you're not under arrest. I just want you to run me through what happened the day he died.
It was like every other day. I was tidying up some work when Mr. DAYO rushed out screaming.
Call an ambulance.
What happened?
Call an ambulance.
Wait. Start from the top, from the very beginning of the day.
Okay. My boss arrived at the office by 7:45 a.m., like he always does.
Hello there.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very well, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
I sent a proposal to your mail, so please print it out for me.
Okay, sir.
I need a mail.
Yes, sir.
I said tell me everything in detail.
I am!
The first story you told isn't the same as this one. You mentioned Mr. DAYO was already in the office before your boss arrived.
Yes. True. Sorry.
Please don't skip any part, as you might get yourself entangled in all of this mess.
Okay. My boss arrived at the office by 7:45 a.m. as usual.
Hello there.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very well, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Yes, sir.
I sent a proposal to your mail, so please print it out for me.
Okay, sir. Mr. DAYO is here, sir.
Mr. Dyer. This early?
I thought he called you.
He didn't. Where is he?
In your office, sir.
Okay, let me see him right away.
All right, sir.
I need a mail.
Okay, sir.
So you were the last person to see him alive, yes?
Unfortunately, yes.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I'm honestly not sure. You know, one moment he was alive and the next he wasn't.
That's very vague. Be more specific. The secretary mentioned you were in the office before him that day. Why?
Oh yes, I went there to discuss some business with him.
Business? That early?
Well, it was urgent.
Go on.
How far? This one you're in my office this early and you didn't even call me to say you're coming.
Boy, this is very urgent.
What's going on?
I just got a call from Vector Corp, and they're giving my multi-million deal to another company.
Vetocop. Oh, wait. I mean, Vetocop just contracted my company yesterday.
Tell me you're kidding.
I'm not kidding. I mean, I just signed off the contract with them yesterday. I give you a missed call now. I wanted to break the news to you first off.
Well, you knew about this now.
Bro, yeah, you were talking about some contract you've been chasing after, but you never mentioned Vetocall.
How can you say you do not know? We've been discussing about this for over a month now.
Dayo, you're not my G now. I can't do this to you. Like, you didn't say. Do you understand?
Now I know that that sounds like motive for murder, but I can assure you that I did not do anything to him.
I never accused you of murder.
Well, you're taking notes and you're looking at me funny. I have eyes, you know.
I'm taking notes so I can remember what you're saying.
Oh, really? Really? Then what is your phone recording for? Yes. I know that you're also recording this conversation on your phone.
You're the one on the investigation here, Mr. Dayo. So I suggest that you...
Under investigation. Why? Because I witnessed a man die? Well, if you had any skill, you'll probably know that his daughter is the one who should be under investigation because she has always wanted her father dead.
But she wasn't in the office that morning.
Well, she could have had it done anyways.
Sounds like you know something.
I know nothing. You're the investigator here. Do your job.
Sir, any information you have...
Are we done here? I have a business to run.
You have just revealed on tape that you had a fight with a man right before he was allegedly poisoned. That makes you a prime suspect. So sit down, Mr. Dayo. Business will have to wait.
You're upsetting my client, man. That was a very difficult question in a very difficult time.
Oh, please, cut the crap. I know you hated each other.
Great. I don't have a fake crying. It's really hurting my eyes.
That's the real you.
My client has every right not to answer any question thrown at her.
That's not a problem. I have just one question, actually.
Great. Shoot.
What were you gonna do with all that money?
What money?
Your father's fortune.
That question was irrelevant.
Really? Then tell me about the tea.
What tea?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Please, could you brew us some tea?
All right, sir. And that was it.
He asked you to make tea at noon.
He drinks tea morning, noon, and night.
You are here to tell me what a tea has got to do with me.
The tea was a key piece of evidence at the scene and may have concealed the murder weapon.
What? Did he swallow a razor or something?
She didn't mean it that way. She has been under too many pressure, and your endless questioning is overwhelming her.
Is it?
I did not poison his tea!
Unless it wasn't your idea. Maybe you were influenced by someone else. Someone who has a lot to gain if your boss dies. Someone like you.
Now that's hogwash.
We are done here.
The good secretary didn't have the zeal to go through with this on her own. But with a little tweak from you, perhaps compensation.
Compensation? Inspector, I am broke. My dad cut me off.
Yes, but he still had faith that you'll change one day. And he'll put you in charge of all his wealth, in case he's gone.
Who told you that?
Obviously, someone poisoned your mind. And you poisoned the good secretary's mind to do your bidding.
You don't know what you're saying.
Oh yes, I know he was gonna have a meeting with his lawyer to remove you from his will. But someone tipped you off so you could strike before he got the chance to.
This is all speculations.
But the good secretary confessed.
I had an affair with him. I got pregnant. He promised he would propose, but he didn't want it to seem it was because of the pregnancy. So he convinced me to remove it. And this happened 3 more times. I confronted him. He threatened to fire me. And after all those years, I was underpaid and I had no savings. That was when his daughter told me about her plans.
I know about the abortions. I'm a victim too. My dad has been molesting me since I was 5. I refused him to touch me in the last 2 years, and because of that, we never got along. I hate what he has done to you. He's a monster and he needs to be stopped. I have a plan. Serve him these instead of his regular tea bags.
Are you insane? No.
It's untraceable, just give it to him. Waiting for 8 hours, he will die. Autopsy won't notice. No woman has to go through this anymore.
Why can't you do this yourself?
He practically lives here. I haven't seen him in 2 days. Besides, it will look very suspicious if I suddenly started bringing him tea. We both want the same thing. But you are the only one in a better position to give it to him.
And what's in it for you?
Violence against women.
Cut the crap.
Fine! The monster plans to take me off his bill today. Just as he has asked his lawyer to serve your termination later. That cannot happen after all the misery he's caused. Someone has to stop him. You have a 5% share.
You're also her father's lawyer, right?
I'm their family lawyer, yes.
How long have you known her father?
We're classmates back in the university.
And you have no regrets or resentments that he made so much money and you were just his lawyer, eating the leftovers?
He pays me well, and I'm satisfied with that.
Are you?
Am I under investigation too?
In my hand is the envelope that contains the autopsy report of his death, for which you all are prime suspects. So let us find out who gets to go to prison. And the official cause of death is heart attack. and not associated with the poison found in his tea. That said, even though the actual cause of death was not the poison found in his tea, you are all still under arrest for conspiracy and attempted murder.
I object to that.
As you can see, Ma, I have nothing to do with this. He was my friend, my very good friend.
And you didn't call an ambulance for more than 20 minutes after he slumped. The autopsy shows that. You had a heated argument with him before he slumped. And you waited to confirm that he had died before raising an alarm, because that's all you wanted, to get him out of the way so you can have your contract back.
That's not true.
But he didn't die of poison because he didn't drink the tea. So how did the tea get into his mouth? Obviously, you knew about the plan.
It wasn't my plan. I wasn't part of the plan. I just approached the convenience and overheard the secretary talking with someone on the phone about how she was afraid to do it. I wanted to warn him.
But since you also wanted him out of your way, you let it be. And when he slumped from arguing with you, you poured some tea into his mouth to divert attention from you.
Who is giving you all this information?
Now, enough of this.
Oh, shut up! You're the mastermind of this entire operation. All because you didn't find your name in his will.
What?
You manipulated his daughter, telling her that her father was meeting with you to take her off his will. And you gave her the substance to poison his tea, to take him out, in exchange for 25% of the shares of the company, worth 500 million.
This is so nonsense.
But that his little girl here confessed.
Shade did. Listen, he told me he would take her off his will. Actually, that was the plan he came up with, to see how she would react. Because he has doubts about her. Poisoning his tea wasn't my idea. That is the idea he came up with. He gave me the substance.
Except the substance that I gave you was a non-poisonous, non-traceable substance. But the substance you gave to my daughter that ended up in my teacup has been verified to be poisonous. When I told you I needed to know how far my daughter would go to hurt me, I was referring to your influence. I just didn't know I had more frenemies. Take them away. Now! So crazy I had to fake my own death to see the true colors of those working with me. Can you imagine? None of them came to see my cousin work.
Maybe because you haven't really been a good man, or boss, or father.
Excuse me?
Maybe you should have stayed dead, because now you're also under arrest for the sexual harassment of your secretary, Miss Olivia Simon.
I beg your pardon?
You have the right to remain silent, as anything and everything you say can or will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one will be provided for you by the state.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shitty, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, 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 no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.